You're deep in focus, typing away at your laptop or relaxing with a cup of tea and your favorite show. Suddenly, that familiar sound interrupts the stillness. Tiny, rhythmic taps of paws approaching. Then comes the quiet whine, and a soft, furry face peeks around the corner. Again, if you live with a dog, this moment is all too familiar. It might seem like your pup is just being nosy or clingy, but there's often something far more meaningful behind this repeated check-in behavior. Is it simply affection? Could it be anxiety? Or is there a deeper reason, one that links back to their very instincts? What if each time they peek into the room, they're actually whispering, "I'm here. Are you okay?" These little visits might seem random, but they are often full of intention. Throughout this video, we'll explore the surprising psychological and emotional reasons why dogs keep checking in on their humans and why it's one of the most beautiful, subtle ways they communicate love, loyalty, and concern. Section 1. Pack instincts never die. At their core, dogs are descendants of wolves. While centuries of domestication have softened their appearance and behavior, the pack mentality remains deeply embedded in their instincts. In the wild, wolves do not let their pack members roam far without contact. Their survival depends on cohesion, knowing where each member is and that they're safe. Domesticated dogs inherit this drive to maintain contact. Checking in on a human family member mirrors the ancient behavior of wolves, keeping tabs on their group. This isn't just a habit, it's a biological need rooted in survival. There's a term in animal behavior known as social referencing. It describes how animals, especially those that are socially intelligent like dogs, look to more experienced or trusted members of their group for cues, just like a toddler looks at their parent when something unfamiliar happens. Dogs look at their humans for similar guidance and reassurance. A quick peek into the room isn't just curiosity, it's a subtle check that all is well with the alpha of their pack. Guarding breeds tend to show this behavior more obviously. German Shepherds, Rottweilers, and Dobermans, for instance, are naturally vigilant and protective. But don't be fooled. Even toy breeds like Pomeranians or Maltese retain these instincts, no matter their size. The pack behavior runs deep. Section 2. Emotional anchoring and safety. For dogs, humans aren't just leaders, they're emotional anchors. Our tone of voice, body language, facial expressions, and even breathing patterns are cues dogs use to gauge the emotional state of their environment. When a dog checks in on you, they're not always trying to protect you. Often, they're searching for a signal that everything is still okay. Seeing you relaxed and at ease helps them feel the same. It's a feedback loop. Your calmness becomes their calmness. External triggers like thunderstorms, fireworks, unfamiliar visitors, or even a slightly off-smelling breeze can activate a dog's inner alarm. While humans may shrug off distant rumbles or background noise, a dog's acute senses detect and react to changes instantly. Their check-ins might increase during such events because they're looking for your reassurance. Are you reacting? Should they be worried? Scientific studies back this up. Dogs are known to emotionally mirror their humans. If a person is anxious or stressed, the dog's cortisol levels can rise. 2. When they come to check on you, it's partly to read the room and recalibrate their emotional compass. They're not just asking, "Are you okay?" They're asking, "Is the world okay?" And by extension, "Is my world okay?" Section 3. Attachment style and clinginess. Some dogs go beyond occasional check-ins. They follow their humans everywhere from the kitchen to the bathroom, from one room to the next, without pause. This behavior is commonly referred to as Velcro dog syndrome. But rather than seeing it as a behavioral issue, it's more accurate to view it as an attachment strategy. Dogs who were rehomed, experienced abandonment, or were separated from their litter too early often develop heightened attachment behaviors. Their past has taught them that closeness equals safety, and they respond by staying physically near their chosen person. There's a difference, though, between healthy attachment and separation anxiety. A dog who checks in then leaves to nap nearby is demonstrating normal connection behavior. One who becomes distressed or destructive when out of sight may be dealing with deeper anxiety issues. Breed tendencies also play a role. Companion breeds like Chihuahuas, Cavalier King Charles Spaniels, and Italian Greyhounds were selectively bred to be close human partners. On the other hand, herding breeds such as Border Collies and Australian Shepherds often feel a responsibility to monitor their flock, which can include their humans. The behavior isn't a flaw. It's a feature of their personality, shaped by history and evolution. Section 4. Play now. Maybe now not every check-in is serious or survival-based. Sometimes, it's simply an invitation to play. Dogs are experts at recognizing patterns. If every day around a certain time, their human usually takes a break or engages in play, they learn to anticipate it. A dog that pops their head in at 5:45 p.m. might be gently reminding you that 600 p.m. is fetch o'clock. Watch for the signals: bright, eager eyes, a wagging tail, a stretch into a play bow, or the strategic drop of a squeaky toy. These behaviors are known as play solicitation, and they're your dog's way of testing the waters. Are you busy? Or can we do the fun thing now? These check-ins are full of optimism. They might be saying, I see you're working, but maybe you're done. It's charming, hopeful, and a little opportunistic, all in the most lovable way. Section 5. Unintentional training. You've reinforced this. Here's a little secret many dog owners overlook every time you react positively to your dog checking in. You reinforce the behavior whether you meant to or not. Dogs are keen pattern observers. If popping their head into the room results in a belly rub, a smile, a verbal hi baby, or even just eye contact, they log that as a rewarding interaction. Over time, they learn that checking in equals positive feedback, and they'll repeat it. Even subtle responses count. A glance, a chuckle, or a nod, these are all cues your dog picks up on without realizing it. You may have trained your dog to seek interaction every few minutes. While this is often harmless and endearing, it's worth being aware of, especially if you need uninterrupted time. If your dog has gotten into the habit of interrupting Zoom meetings or popping in during important tasks, consider how often those behaviors are met with affection or attention. Adjusting your reactions can gently modify the pattern. Ultimately, these check-ins are rooted in love, learning, and loyalty. Whether it's instinct, reassurance, habit, or hope, they're a dog's beautiful way of staying connected and making sure their world, which revolves around you, is exactly where it should be. Section 6. The clock inside your dog. Dogs may not wear watches or check calendars, but their internal clocks are surprisingly accurate. This phenomenon is tied to circadian rhythms, biological patterns that help all living creatures regulate behaviors based on time of day. Over time, dogs become incredibly attuned to the rhythms of the household. They know when breakfast is usually served, when walks happen, and when it's time to wind down for bed. These routines form mental checkpoints that shape their daily expectations. When something disrupts the usual flow, like a delayed walk, a skipped lunch break, or an unexpected visitor, dogs often respond by checking in more frequently. It's not confusion, it's accountability. They're essentially saying, hey, you usually do this by now? Did you forget? Think of it this way: if your dog were your personal assistant, they'd be checking your calendar 5 times a day to make sure you're on schedule. It's part of their role as a loyal companion, keeping life on track, both for you and for them. Section 7. Alerting you to important news. Not every check-in is about emotion or routine. Sometimes, your dog is simply delivering a message. Dogs possess an extraordinary ability to detect subtle environmental changes, from the rustle of leaves outside to the sound of footsteps 2 houses away. Their senses pick up on things that go completely unnoticed by human ears or eyes. In this context, their check-ins become more like canine notifications, gentle alerts that something in their world has changed. It might be a bird landing on the balcony, a neighbor's dog barking in the distance, or a shift in air pressure before a storm. And while it might seem trivial to you, it could feel significant to your dog. Their quick visit into the room might be their way of saying, "Hey, something just happened. You might want to check it out." Some dogs, especially working or herding breeds like Australian Shepherds or Belgian Malinois, are even more sensitive to these changes. Their genetic wiring gives them a heightened sense of duty, making them more likely to alert their humans to anything they perceive as noteworthy. Section 8. The purest form of love. At the core of all this behavior is something beautifully simple: love. Not every check-in needs a practical explanation. Sometimes, a dog walks into the room just to be near the one they trust most. No requests, no alerts, no hidden motives. Just presence. Science has actually confirmed what dog owners have felt for centuries. Studies show that dogs release oxytocin, the same hormone that helps humans bond with their babies when they're near their owners. It's a chemical indicator of connection, safety, and emotional intimacy. Even more fascinating, MRI scans have revealed that a dog's brain shows heightened activity when they catch the scent or sight of their favorite human. That glance they give you from the doorway, or the way they rest their chin near your feet. Those are love notes written in body language. So, when a dog quietly pokes their head in or brushes by you on their way to another room, it might just be their subtle way of saying, "I still love you, still here." Section 9. When check-ins signal a problem. While most check-ins are completely normal, there are times when this behavior may hint at something deeper. Senior dogs that begin checking in excessively, especially if the visits seem confused or frantic, could be exhibiting early signs of cognitive dysfunction. This is a canine form of dementia, and it often begins with disrupted routines and increased pacing or shadowing. Younger dogs may increase their check-ins due to chronic boredom, lack of stimulation, or underlying anxiety. A dog that has nothing to do all day may resort to following their human constantly as a way to cope with mental restlessness. In these cases, subtle clues can help identify whether the behavior is love-driven or stress-induced. Look for signs like excessive panting, whining, pacing, or repetitive behaviors. If the check-ins are paired with destructive behavior when you're not present, it may be time to consult a veterinarian or a canine behaviorist. Addressing mental and emotional health is just as vital for dogs as it is for humans, and catching early warning signs is part of responsible, compassionate care. Every time your dog steps softly into the room, glances your way, or gives a gentle nudge before retreating, they're speaking in their own quiet language. It's not random. It's not meaningless. These moments are full of intention, formed by instinct, emotion, and loyalty. Dogs don't use words, but they have rhythm, ritual, and heart. Their check-ins are their way of keeping the invisible thread between you alive and strong. So next time your dog checks on you, take a moment to appreciate the silent bond being expressed. They're not doubting your presence, they're reaffirming their love, even after they walk away. Their heart, quite simply, never really leaves the room. If your dog checks on you often, it means you've built something truly special, something rooted in trust, love, and connection. Want to make sure you're nurturing that bond the right way. And if you're passionate about understanding your dog on a deeper level, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of dog lovers who believe every tale tells a story.